What up, pressure washing people? Jason Geiman here with King of Pressure Washing. And if we get some people on here, let me know if you can hear me or not, because I might just be talking to a screen. You never know. But I want to hit on some things of winning pressure washing jobs and losing pressure washing jobs. And do we win all our pressure washing jobs? And so I want to hit on this tonight. Hopefully I can start streaming and see if people are coming on. And if we do, will you please give me a comment so then that way I know that I am live and you can hear me, or if you cannot hear me. But we will get started here. We just came from a soccer tournament, and hey, Redbeard, can you hear me is the question. That is the question. Can you hear me? How is my audio doing here today? What's up, Big J? If you all could give me some info, where do you place your signs? Hey, Jason, gotcha. You're coming in good. That's what I needed to know, the most important part, because I'm actually in my truck because we just had some soccer games today in Washington out here. It was hot. It was 88 degrees out here with 5% humidity. So, you know, most of us on the East Coast are used to doing 89 degrees and 100% humidity. So this is what I want to hit on tonight is, do we win all of everything we do, or what do we do when we lose? And I know a lot of times I know there's stuff out there and people are going to try to sell you stuff of different things. And, you know, somebody posted one to me about, you know, what you can do. And this is the biggest thing is we got to make sure that we are able to look at what we've done and move and transfer things of what we may need to. We need to do testing, and we need to make sure that when we're testing stuff, that if it's working, we keep putting more gas on the fire. If it doesn't work, then we need to change. We need to pivot. We need to look at what we need to do better. And so I see a lot of times that people will ask me, Jason, what do I need to do? And, you know, this doesn't work. Well, does it not work? Or maybe you don't have the right wording on it. Or maybe you got a wrong phone number on it. Or maybe you got a wrong zip code number on it. You know, maybe we're targeting 812 zip code is where we're actually in. And our sign has an 859 number on it, and that can hurt you. You're probably not going to get business if your phone number isn't the same zip code that those are in. And, you know, even where I'm in Cincinnati, there was times that, you know, we're in Northern Kentucky, so that's an 859 number, and Cincinnati is a 513 number. And there's times that, you know, that could hurt us, and it did hurt us. And so, you know, what you do is, well, I went and bought signs and got me a phone number with a 513 number on it. And them signs did better in Cincinnati than they did in Northern Kentucky. And Northern Kentucky did better with the 859 signs than the 513 number. And so a lot of times it don't always matter, but sometimes it does. And so if we are trying something and it's not working, we got to look at, thanks for the super chat. I appreciate that. Sometimes we have to think about what's not working. Is it working because maybe no one's buying? Maybe we're in the school time right now. Maybe we're in the time and season of when we are in school, or when your kids are out of school and they're on vacation, and time is like that is not going to be as good as when we are out and about, and, you know, when everybody's in school and they're not leaving and they're not going on vacation. And so these are some things that we can look at and do. I seen you all ask some questions up here. I'm gonna go up here and answer these here. You are live, brother. How are you doing? Well, I'm doing all right. I don't know what's going on there. We're up here in Seattle. We driven across. We had a tournament this weekend up here in Seattle, and we're actually going to have a class next week. And so I got a few in Christmas lights, a couple in pressure washing. And so if you're looking for a pressure washing, or you're looking to do Christmas lights is an amazing business to get into. If you haven't done Christmas lights and you're in the Seattle area and you want to take this Christmas light class, definitely go check it out. I think it's kingofpressurewash.com/in-person, or dates is what you want. It's 105 in Fresco, California. 5%, huh? What kind of pressure wash hose do you like? I bought the Simpson pressure wash hose, and they are so stiff to work with. Yeah, they suck. The Uberflex, the Uberflex works really well. It's really light. It actually don't even have metal wire into it. You can look it up on Amazon, Uberflex pressure wash hose. I know some people have had some really good luck with it. There's been a couple that hasn't had such good luck with it. So that's definitely something. Definitely called 911 and had the fire department at my commercial site today. That's never a good thing to do. That's always a oh crap moment. Hopefully you got that taken care of and it wasn't nothing in your fault. They don't work in your garage. Get them out. Please talk some about the huge. Yeah, I'll be there. How do you all play for an elite club? As a kid in Washington, went 12-0 in the Pungent Sound Premier League. It was fun. Awesome. We did not do very well this weekend. We lost all 3 games. Actually, we tied 2 games, and it went to PK kicks. And my daughter was off because she was a PT, but our team was off because they missed 2 of the 5 shots, so that didn't help nothing either. Is it good to become a subcontractor for anyone? I wouldn't. If you can go find the work, I would much rather you do that. You're going to make way more money than subcontracting for someone. If you find the work, then you make all the money. Taped off a 48-inch tall box on a building, soaked, rinsed, rolled the hoses up, walking to grab the tape. The entire underside arced into the ground and started a smolder. Fire showed up, all good. You know, it kind of goes back to the old day of tape versus no tape. Just because you tape it doesn't mean that it's not going to do it. I think a lot of people in this industry think that if you tape it, if I go and tape it, it's not going to do it. And that's the farthest thing from that's a lie. That is a complete lie. I've seen a lot of people that I've seen tape stuff has caught on fire. Because one thing, when we start taping stuff, that allows the water in, and then the water can't get out. And so it's kind of like taping our outlets for Christmas lights. We don't tape the ends of our Christmas lights. Why? Because water's going to get in there. Rather you tape around the vinyl siding, water's going to get in behind that siding and come down, and now it don't have nowhere to come out. And so, you know, you can burn something up whether you tape it or not. Just because you tape something definitely does not mean that it's not going to catch on fire. In fact, probably the last 2 or 3 pictures in the group that I've seen, you can see where the tape has melted away because they had taped it. Now, I'm not saying that tape is not, you know, it's up to you. I never taped anything, and I burnt up 3 outlets in my career of almost 8 years of pressure washing. 3 outlets in 8 years isn't too bad when you're figuring that many houses that we were doing. We were running 4 trucks. So this isn't something that, you know, when you're running 4 trucks and you only did, I think it was 3 or 4 is all we ever burnt up. That's not too bad. And we never taped. And here's the thing, you can tape, and you know, one of the things that I see a lot of people is they tape and then they sit there and spray the crap out of it because I taped this, I know it's good now. And that's the biggest lie ever right there. And so those are some things that we have to watch out for, and why we don't want to get too crazy with you doing that. Now, I know I'm not, you know, there's a lot of people out there that, oh, you got to tape, you're not professional, blah, 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 blah. Well, it happens, whether you tape it or not sometimes. And so, like I say, tape, I think a lot of people put a lot of trust in tape and then spray the crap out of it. And that's why I say I would rather you not tape it and not spray it at that point, because then you're going to be a less chance of screwing something up by not spraying it. So that's something that you might want to think. I mean, like I say, that's up to you and what you do. Is your Amazon store up to date? It is. PressureWashHelp.com/store. I don't want to put you in timeout. Sorry, MTD. I want to be there when they get into to see exactly what happened. What do you think about a Predator pressure washer 4 gallon a minute? They're all right. I wouldn't put my money into them too much, though. Will SH clean flagstone window sills? It should. Fire department showed up, I should say. Do you teach any parking lot stripping in your classes? I don't, and there's a reason why I don't teach it. Definitely. Jason, I want to be there when they go to service the box. I can understand what happened. Big time in the house. Here in Florida, the hurricanes bring more water force than I use pressure washing. Protection isn't necessary if you're cautious of where you're spraying stuff. You look whoop, man. Way to be consistent, prolific, and relentless. Hey, if I got to teach you all how to do it, and even if I'm tired, and here's the problem with it. It's freaking 6 o'clock here, and it's sun shining. Back home at 10 o'clock, it's my bedtime. And so it's like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. And so I'm getting over a little jet lag. I don't know if it's jet lag or not. I've been here about 4 or 5 days trying to figure this time stuff out. And so, it is what it is. Are you in Indy? I'm in Fishers. No, I'm actually out of Cincinnati. How much time will 5 gallons of gas last in a 20 horsepower pressure washer? It depends. It depends on if you're running it straight. It depends on a lot of different factors. Everyone hit the thumbs up. Help Jason out. You were right about season slowing down in June. I went to see a commercial roof cleaning the other day. Looks like a $3,000 job. Sending bid tomorrow. Still need to build my LinkedIn. This is a good point. Let's talk about this right here. This is a time that we're going to slow down. So this is a time that we got to sit there and make sure that we are doing our stuff that we need to do, so that way you can keep growing. This is a time that we don't get discouraged of, well, I must suck. And no, you don't suck. It's just the time of season. And what this time and season is it's the time and season that you need to do the marketing. You got to get in LinkedIn. You got to get your systems going. You got to write out your systems. This is the good time to start doing this stuff, because if we do this now, then when it starts picking back up, it will help us be more productive. And so, I don't tell you that time is going to slow down just to tell you that time is going to slow down. This isn't even recession stuff that we're dealing with right now. This isn't even that. This is just your normal slowdown in the summertime. It's not nothing special. It happens year after year, especially even if you're big. Like, I got one client that did 80,000 last year, and he's out there hanging door hangers because he's that slow, because he hasn't focused on the commercial stuff and hasn't focused on some of that stuff. So this is the time of season that it gets slow, and that's what we got to do to be able to keep this thing moving and keep it going. I keep getting contact forms overseas, and yep, you will. Cause stripping in the parking will get you arrested. It will. It's not usually good for you. I sure cut my best friend's grass today. Sure do miss him. Well, thank you for cutting my grass today. My wife's like, my cameras kept going off, and my wife's like, I guess I better check to see why there's a person in the front yard, and then she's seen your truck there. Thank you for cutting my grass. Ever do any classes in the Northeast, Virginia, Pennsylvania, New Jersey? Would love to attend. I have done some in the past. I probably won't do it this year, though. I finally made a live, bro. Didn't get the alerts. Well, make sure that if you hit the notification, hit the bell, and then hit the notification, so that way you can get the stuff on there. About to start my own pressure washing business. Thank you for the amazing information that you share with us. Okay, I'm just trying to get you all successful. I'm trying to get you all to where you need to be at, and that kind of stuff. You got any other questions? If we don't have any minutes more questions, I'm gonna jump off here. I gotta drive about 2 hours to our hotel tonight. We're headed down into California. We gonna go to California this next day, see the redwoods, take the kids down there, and then we'll be back up here in Seattle next weekend. On Thursday, Friday, and Saturday is when I'll be having a class up here in Seattle. So if you're in the Seattle area or somewhere around and you want to do pressure washing or Christmas lights, make sure you go check that out. You can, like I say, you can go to, I put the links down in here. I think the links are in here. Where to get a surface cleaner, what brands? The Cadillac brand is Whisper Wash. That's your Cadillac brand. It's your best one out there. But the General, it's about half the price, and it'll do fine just starting out. It isn't something that you got to go spend super big money on something that you have to. If a person is super eco-friendly, what do you suggest for use for a spray-on siding? Eco-friendly. Yeah. Not much of anything that's going to actually clean it. Water, and that's not going to clean it. Hi, Jason. I'm really new to this. Is there any trick for weep holes in the window seals that won't stop dripping dirt and mud after rinsing? I hope I made sense. Yeah, do a rundown. You kind of want to step back farther and do a shower down effect. And then what I always do is I will move on and kind of let it run out and then kind of hit it again to try to get that done. Hey, Littles, I appreciate all the content. Keep hustling. No questions. Be safe on the road. That goes for everybody. Yeah, my membership is a monthly thing, but make sure you take advantage of it. You know, make sure I have the Zoom call every Monday night, and I will have it tomorrow night at Monday at 6 o'clock. We're talking about LinkedIn, so make sure that you check it out. And I change that subject. And so it starts at 9, and it usually goes to about 9. It usually goes to about 10:30 is how long it'll go for. Big win for One Restore, finishing a store from front with limestone. Had to battle a Karen. Biggest and best pump for a GX200 cat pump. What type of results did you normally see from Google Ads? I mean, it depends, because even now in the summertime, you might get down to about 5 to 1. Sometimes you get 10 to 1, but you know, my goal is to spend $1,000 on it, and that truck would make me a 10,000 to hit $8,000 to $10,000. That was my goal. If contractors can get you a job, how much should you give them? Not too much. Best coach in the business. How many hours can you expect to get from a pump, a 3,000 PSI power pressure washer? Some say 100 hours. You'll get more than that. Here's some fumes worth of gas. Yeah, no kidding. Make sure you're not using that pressure. The lighter the rinse. Yes. What would you use for graffiti from brick? I would either use elephant snot, or I would use Taganator, one of those two, or World's Best Graffiti Removal. Looks like you got some sun. I did get some sun. Good to go, Jason. You just got here. Sound is fine. Any way to chat with one-on-one? I do have a thing. It's not, I mean, I have to put it up. I do a Zoom call. I don't promote it very often though. New home construction pricing to wash exterior, foundation, concrete. You would just do your mini. Any Christmas light training? Yes, I will be doing Christmas light training here in Seattle. I will also be doing one probably the first week of August, and that'll either be maybe in Cincinnati, or it might be in Indy. I've gotten some people asking me for it in Indy, so I may try to do it in Indy. Also, I will be having Christmas light training coming up in September and October for it too. So I will have 3 more classes, 4 Christmas light classes, especially if you're on the East Coast. But if you're on the West Coast, you better come this next weekend because it's going to be right in your back door. So, but other than that, I'm going to jump off here. So my kid's outside waiting on me. She is, and we just got done eating. I thank you for all. I know it's a quick one here live tonight, but I'm going to be real as I will be at the Huge. I'm speaking at the Huge, so I will be there also. I may have a booth. Don't forget to follow his Christmas light channel. Yeah, if you haven't followed my Christmas light channel, you can go to you just look up Jason Geiman Christmas lights and you'll see me come up. I'll have a bunch of videos. I got about 100 videos over there, and I will start going live once a week on that channel too on Tuesday nights, so then that way you can go check that out. So other than that, I'm gonna jump off here. Hope you all have a great week. Go check out King of Pressure Wash. Also, if you want to, you can go put in the go to King of Pressure Wash, and then you can put in the discount code July 4,
I think.
she thinks. So if it's not right, you can blame her. And July 4, so, and that's my oldest daughter there. So hope everybody has a good night, and we'll see y'all later.